Okay, well, I think it was better to start the recording from the very beginning. So I will do it right now. Let me change the screen one more time. So could you name the main problem, Carmen? Just maybe a bit more specific.
You mean main problem with what I was
Yeah,
facing?
what was
Yeah,
the most difficult thing here?
I think I haven't been in teaching practice for a while now. It's been a year and a half, I think. So it was difficult for me to really get back to visualizing how it is to teach young children, especially I chose Key Stage 1, so very young children, and trying to find an appropriate questions and, well, activity for them. So, and it could be, I think the story was great, the book was great, but I didn't really connect with it, I guess, to a certain level that gave me a lot of ideas. So that's for me mainly what I struggled with when trying to do this assignment.
All right. So I see that the only thing that you missed, you didn't write the big question. The first thing that comes to the first question that comes to my mind when I read your plan is, what would you like to focus on if you start with the list I shared with you, like the skills? Yeah, so what would you like them to do mainly to practice? Can you think of an answer right now? What do you think can be your focus?
I think my focus would really be trying to picture themselves in someone else's shoes. So not necessarily as egocentric as young children can be, but trying to see outside their own bubble, see multiple vantages, multiple angles to a certain dilemma. Could be a dilemma. In this case, it's a hat, so it's not
Yeah,
really
like to take or not to take. Yeah,
Yeah, for
that is the
example, yeah.
question.
So, for example, if they would choose for themselves, then they would get the hat right. But then, would the hat be happy? Would everyone else be happy, or would there be different emotions involved? And I think trying to, yeah, make them a bit more aware that of the consequences that certain actions have if they just choose for themselves. I guess that's mainly, I think, yeah.
I think that it is really great. Yeah, thinking not outside the box, but thinking outside yourself. You can name the session. Yeah, thinking outside yourself. And yeah, so here, like deeper understanding of the possible implications of one specific action. Yeah, that's the key thing. So implications and like one thing and all the possible things that might happen. What can really involve children, and it really works with different stories. Yeah, when you use storytelling, even if it's a very, very short introduction, when you ask them to imagine themselves in the character's shoes. Yeah, if you were this boy, yeah, if you came across this bench with your mom, what would you do? Yeah, would you take the hat? That's the dilemma. Yeah, so would you take it or you wouldn't? Yeah, the first thing. Yeah, this yes or no, their choice. Why? And then you can involve the emotions. Yeah, if you want, that's your interesting idea, and this link with our empathy game that we worked with. And if you again specify for very young children, you can ask this question: how can taking the hat change the boy's life and the owner's life? Carmen, you muted yourself.
Yeah. Okay, so that would then be like your introduction question, like.
Yeah, would you take or you wouldn't? Yeah,
Yeah.
and why? Thinking a bit about emotions, involving emotions that you thought of. And the next one, we are still in the stimulus, and that's really all right for younger participants. You don't need to work on like very abstract things. They are just getting prepared to it. That's all right to be inside the stimulus like world. So you can ask them, maybe you can stay with them, like they are there. How can taking this hat change their life? Yeah, or the owner's life. Or you can ask about the boy and about again, the owners, yeah, the owner of the hat. And they start thinking about implication. This is very specific. That's from the book. Yeah. So these all possible implications of one specific action. Yeah. And then again, we can like finish with, okay, what do you think now? Yeah. After the discussion, after thinking of emotions and different, yeah, these changes. What do you think now? Did you change your mind? Yeah. What made you change your mind? Yeah, and that's it. That is one of the possible very P4C ways to do it. Yeah, and one more. So yeah, the other one, the bigger questions for older, yeah, students. Is it always fair to share? Yeah, it can be the question. Can one simple action change the world, your life, I don't know, the other person's life? Yeah, one simple action, not something like you're not inventing anything. Yeah, just taking, yeah, ahead. And the activity you suggested over here with the hats, when they yeah, share hats, think of who will take the hat, yeah, because you don't have enough hats for everyone in the classroom. It can be linked to the Republic Island. So here you can discuss these different possible ways of decision making. Yeah, so they can share how they decided, yeah, what they found fair and so on. That's another way to do it. And the last thing here with the hat, that's one of my favorite first lessons, first meetings with children with a hat, when it can last like for an hour. So only one exercise, this warming up exercise. So you try to find all possible ways to use a hat. And yeah, you can start with the obvious ones. Yeah, you can formulate your task from the very beginning. So we are looking for unusual ways to use this hat. Yeah, but that's something that must be realistic. Yeah, something that you can really do with it. So they can criticize a little bit each other's versions, or you can do it just quickly. Yeah, for warming up. So pass the hat. Okay, I don't know, protect it, use it as a shield. I can use it as a boat for my hamster. Yeah, and so on and so on. So you can do the same thing with an umbrella. It works in a very nice way. But actually, with anything you want. But hat is something like classic. And that's more about purpose, yeah, seeing like creatively thinking of different possible ways, yeah, like unobvious from the first sight, but it links to the story. It can be before, because there are different scenario, yeah, of yeah, different professions involved. So that's one more thing you can do at the beginning. Okay, that's it with the hat.
No, thank you. It makes it a lot more clearer now that I have some actual examples. Yeah, yeah. Thank you.
I'm glad you did the work and I shared the books with you.
Yeah.
So, and Nina, now yours. Nina. Here, I need to open yours. Where was it? With same, but different, right? Here.
Yes.
No, that's one is Carmen's. No, why don't I see it? 1 minute. So could I will find the file just in a minute. Nina, could you share the main idea just with with all of us? What was it?
Yes,
Why
I
did you
can.
choose it? And yeah, the main idea, what would you like to do with it?
Well, I chose it because I think it's a very interesting concept to look at things that might seem very similar or different, but are actually quite similar, or the other way around. And I thought that might be a nice, yeah, topic for a session. And my main idea was to wait, let me.
Yeah, I'm sharing right now, so you can
Yeah.
see
Oh,
the
yeah.
file. Yeah.
I see. Well, yeah. My the main question that I would discuss is, I think, is the world the same for everyone?
Beautiful question.
Thank you. And yeah, and I think I would use the two last pictures of the book because I think they're very clear to demonstrate that to see the differences but also the similarities, because the book itself doesn't really focus on these differences or similarities. Of course, it focuses on it and it says that it's the same or the same different, but it doesn't go into details. So that's why I thought of the activity to let the students draw or talk or write about their own world,
Mm-hmm.
and then compare it to each other to really get into the head of the character, but then as themselves to to further understand the big question as well.
May I ask you, so imagine that like we are students and you are giving us this task to draw. How would you formulate that? What would you ask us to do?
As in, if I would give the task,
Yeah, the way
and
you
then
give it. Mhm.
from drawing, because I purposely pick the 3 different options, because in my teaching practice class I have 3 grade levels all in one class. So that's why I chose the different levels, because I know for some of them it's not like, and we have partly Dutch, partly English.
Mhm.
As for some of them it's not possible to have like a full conversation in English. So that's why I included the drawing option. And some kids are more visually.
Yeah, that's okay. I just asking you the way you ask. Yeah,
Oh,
what's the task? The way you formulate the task when we need to draw. Just I would like
oh.
to hear that.
Okay, I would say
Hmm?
that we've just read the book and we looked at the lives of these 2 boys, and now we are going to draw our own lives. So we're going to look at, what does the planet look like according to you? What does your house look like? Who's your family? I would give all these different examples that are also in the book, and then look at the pictures and I would point to them, and then I would just give them the freedom to
Mhm.
to draw or write.
Yeah, okay. I'm thinking of that it can be a good way to ask again, like imagine that you were you found a pen pal, right? Yeah, from the other side of the world, and as in the book, yeah, and you'd like to draw your world, what your world is like in one picture, yeah, like in one sheet of paper. So choose whatever you think is worth drawing and what should be there, and yeah, tell them yeah what time they have. Yeah, so yeah, maybe even without giving any more specific ideas like house, family, or what, because they saw the pictures already. Yeah, they had the book, and then let them choose like really freely. Yeah, like my world in one picture for the child from the other side of the world. Yeah, like kind like that. That's my suggestion.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, then let me see. Uh, so at the end, yeah, when you have this, when they discuss, yeah, with the partners or in groups, and then you finish the session with all of them, if you have many, yeah, children, you may ask to share the like main conclusion, yeah, just with the whole class. Yeah, they discussed inside their groups, share one thing, yeah, one conclusion you came to. Is the world different for everybody? Yeah,
Yeah.
or is the world the same for everybody? Again, as usual, there can be a question like, are differences or is diversity rather a bad or a good thing? Yeah, and again, you can do this hat, yeah, philosophical hat plus minus activity, again, like for and against this diversity. And the third thing, you can suggest a thought experiment. So Earth 1, Earth 2, yeah. So that's something that was my really the very first lesson I had with very young children. They were from 4 to 6 years old, and the key concept was diversity. And we imagined the planet where all people are the same. Yeah, and they had to think of different again, yeah, consequences. Yeah, well, what would this world be like? Yeah, so what else, what will change, yeah, there? And yeah, so they thought about that. Then yeah, it makes them even maybe easier, yeah, to see again the value yeah, of diversity, yeah, and to see what can the life be like if we all are the same. So and the last thing is something that you can use even if you have like older students, and you can give them some home task or some writing, yeah, activities. Is there oh, again, the discussion is all right here as well. Is there anything that makes all of us the same? Yeah, like children or humans, living beings, yeah, and other things. Yeah, so you can suggest this list. Yeah, and I showed you the planet that all children are holding. Yeah, and that was a very nice exercise. Like, what makes us really like children yeah, that yeah, around the world, do we share anything that makes us the same? Yeah. And yeah, that's something that I wanted to share. And oh, the last question I have here, I didn't get here. Did we here did we answer our question? What was it?
It was like for the opening activity where we look at the cover of the book, I added the option that if the class really understood the cover of the book, that you could come up with a question about the cover of the book, so that the kids come up with the question that's based on the cover, like what kind of like a predictive question on what the book will tell us or what we want to learn, what we think the book will learn us. And then if you did that, then it would be nice to anchor back to that and to see if we answered the question that we posed. That makes sense. Do you understand?
I guess partly. So I see here, were our predictions correct and why? So you check it here. And then, and that's it. I think that's the main idea.
I'm not really sure if I understand you correct now.
All right, so let's check. Nestor and Carmen Vernon, do you understand what my question is and what the answer is?
Yeah, I think that what Nina meant is that what about the question, what do you think this could be about, this book could be about, that they start to think of something that might be answered. So a question, okay, maybe they'll discuss certain cultures. So we'll get to, and they have a question about like, okay, how do they approach different cultures? And then the question, like, did we answer our question now? So that's the activity. Then they go back to, okay, what was again what I thought prior to reading the book? What kind of question did I have about the book? And did the story actually answer?
Yeah.
Yeah, at least I think that's what Nina meant.
Nina, is that right?
Yeah, that's correct. Like if you look at under the stimulus, I have like the cover of the book and create a mind map, and then I post some example question like, what do you see, or what could this book be about? And that conversation could be extended to the creation of a question with the whole class, like, okay, what do we think this book is going to learn us, and can we post it in the form of a question? And if that happens, if there is enough material in the discussion to pose that question, then you could anchor back to that during the second activity, but that's not necessary. Like if there's not enough input from class, then you can just
I see.
That was my idea. So it's kind of what Carmen said. Yeah,
great. I see now. So it's very popular, something when you work with this question making, yeah, based on the story, so you can use the cards. So I have them like in Russian and in English at the same time. Yeah, so you have them on the floor. Yeah, again, they can like randomly choose one. So I have, yeah, who, where, what, why, what for, how, and so on. Yeah, so all the question words they can use, so they might help children come up with different questions. So now we have finished. Yeah, working on your homework. So now I think we can make the first warming up activity, then have a little break. Yeah, to refresh a bit and go on working with the story itself. Yeah, that I brought for you. Tell me, please, do you all are you all able to write on the desk? Could you write one verb on the desk? Any verb that comes to your mind. Yeah, I see. So, or you can use this comment text. So if it's difficult, you can just ask me to write. So it can be, I don't know, cut. Yeah, for example.
I don't know how.
Just ask, so then I can type it quickly.
The same, but that would be nice if you say that where is that, then maybe we can try it, because I'm really to see where is this option.
So let me see.
So you can go to options on the top of the screen. It says view options, and then it says annotate.
And then
or there's even the bar that has different options.
Yeah, but there is request remote control.
No. Annotate.
Oh, there is nothing. There is no.
No, for me neither. There's only
I don't have it.
chat and share.
It should be there. Yeah, I'm usually confused when I am not the host of the conference.
Yeah.
But it's usually at the top, somewhere like options. Then comment.
I have options, but there is nothing that I can.
Comments. Maybe it must be like to. I have it in Russian. So and in Russian like to comment. Yeah, and then
annotate.
Yeah, annotate.
Okay,
yeah.
So. Okay, I got it.
Are we supposed to again add to the screen?
At the top, a little bar. Then
I can find.
A verb.
A verb. Oh, okay.
Yeah, a verb. Yeah.
Hey, I could write it.
It's not a verb.
So happy.
Very cute, but not. So we need 5 verbs on the screen, so you can see.
Okay. I can't seem to edit it. When I click on options, I can only change the size of my screen. But
all right, so sorry. Just ask me to write it.
My verb is to swim.
Okay.
Okay, which word we have to choose? Sorry, I just write hi. I don't know why.
So write a verb. To think, we need something. Think, speak, learn. That's something very from one field, kind of like in order to make it funny and interesting, we need really different things. So maybe you can just add one more. I have to cut to dance, to learn to think. Maybe Bernard or Nina, you can add one more, just something from different sphere, not from studying. Again, maybe. To think, to consider, they are synonyms.
To run?
To run?
Yeah.
All right. All right, let's try. So as far as we have a bit more. So I will show you the title of the book. So I will stop sharing the screen for a moment. So that's What Do You Do with an Idea? One of my famous books from the philosophical shelf. And the first, this warming up task is to check our verbs. So, and I suggest you to start with less obvious. Yeah. So you formulate a question like, can you dance an idea? Or if it's too difficult, then you can add with. Yeah, so can you dance with an idea? And what does that mean? Or can you, and you also, so can ask, can an idea dance, or can an idea swim? Yeah, so you can make idea the subject. So choose a verb that seems not obvious for you and formulate your question. So can we, or that can we swim an idea or swim with an idea, cut an idea, yeah? And can an idea cut? Yeah, so you choose the form of the question. Oh, I like the word survive. Let's try it. So let's do the first one, yep, all together, without thinking. So, can you survive with an idea?
Do we now answer the question, or do we?
Yeah, anyone can answer as you wish. So Carmen was unmuting herself, I saw.
Yeah, I think if it's a popular idea that you could survive with it, I think. For example, if the idea isn't widely recognized or popularly recognized, then people will shut it down, shove it to the ground. So then the idea dies with you, I guess, right?
So are you speaking about the idea's survival or about your survival thanks to an idea?
I think that they're linked together because I think your survival depends on the idea. At least that's how I imagined it. So depending on the idea.
Okay, Vernon, did you get what Carmen said? What's the link?
Yeah, basically, if you hold an idea that's strong enough or popular enough, then it's enough to survive.
For you?
Because other people might want that idea too, and people value the idea as well.
So
or
value you thanks to the idea.
Followers. Yeah, you survive thanks to the idea. So because you're with the idea, you can survive thanks to it.
Okay, Nastaran and Nina, do you have anything to add?
So it's the idea, yeah? The word is idea.
Yeah. What?
Okay. So I think, yeah. So I think the idea can help to survive. Actually, it can change the way you think or the way of your direction, actually, and it helps to survive. And maybe it helps also to lost. It can be both direction, if I understand the words well.
So survive means to like.
Yeah, I know that's to survive. I mean the idea, because some ideas can help you to go to survive and find the direction, and some idea maybe is not really good, and then
so it can help you survive, but not any idea, of course. Yeah,
not any idea. Because some idea can put you in danger, so push you in danger. So
okay, yeah, that's a clear answer. Nina?
Yeah, I thought the same. Like if you talk in terms of when you have to survive something and you have no idea, then you're more likely not to survive than when you have an idea.
Okay, yeah, very clear. Thank you. I would add to, I guess, to Carmen's words that it seems that we go on living even if we physically dead. Yeah, we live in memory of other people. If our thanks to some ideas, yeah, we spread. Yeah, thanks to the books, thanks to the changes we made. Yeah, thanks to any inventions. Yeah, so people remember actually the ideas. Yeah, our influence, and then we survive in that sense. Yeah, and we live until these ideas are topical and the world remembers who initiated them. Yeah, that's one more thing that comes yeah, to your mind when you answer this question. All right, Bernan, could you choose another puzzling word, puzzling verb?
I'd go for to dance.
To dance.
Oh wait. Are we picking another verb to combine with idea?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, okay.
So what's your question? Can an idea dance? Or can we dance an idea? Can we dance with an idea? So which form?
I'd go for the other one now. Can an idea dance?
Yeah, okay. Can an idea dance? I like it. All right. So what do you think? Can an idea dance?
Yeah, well, with dancing, I think I'd see it as changing positions on a rhythm. I think an idea can do that. It changes all the time. But difficult to answer.
So will any change of an idea be it's dancing? Or not necessarily?
No, not necessarily, no.
Okay, can you add, so you help each other. Can you add anything more specific? What kind of changes, yeah, may you name dancing? Yeah, that the idea is dancing. Dancing in your head, or dancing, I don't know, outside your head, I don't know.
That's what I thought of, the dancing in your head, that it can, like, your opinion is influenced by the different things that happen around you. And the same thing can happen to an idea. And when you get new influences in your life, the idea you might have about whatever it is might change because your thoughts or opinions change, and then the idea could kind of dance between those, your original thoughts and your new thoughts or your new opinions, and then it could dance in between those, and then eventually take a new sort of form or shape that combines either both opinions, or it completely abandons the one thing and you change into a new dance rhythm, for instance, with the new opinion.
Okay.
Yeah, what came to my mind was the phrase, well, it's not really the physical form of dancing, but to dance around something when you don't directly get to the point or you avoid a certain topic. So an idea could dance around.
So you're not naming it, yeah, like openly and clearly, that
yeah,
you are dancing around so that people can understand it, yeah, themselves, maybe.
I think, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, nice answer. You see, you can do it with difficult verbs. So, yeah, if you don't have anything else to add about dancing, let's choose the third. Yeah, so let's do 3. Yeah. I like, it's interesting about swimming. I have never had it, yeah, in the classroom, and I like this cutting idea. So you may choose, yeah, or run. Run is a funny one as well. So, Nestaran, would you like to choose?
Yeah, maybe swim.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, what's the question? Can an idea swim? Can we, or another one? Can we swim an idea?
Maybe can idea swim? I think it would be also a little bit the same as dance, because it could be like moving. And but actually Carmen mentioned that, for example, for the dance.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it also work for the swim as well. It would be
Similar, you think?
similarity, because it's like a moving.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would it then be an option to do, can you swim with an idea, to do that one instead of?
Yeah, maybe.
But I think that would be very similar. I think if you go with can an idea swim, you could also go in the direction of can, like, the idea on itself float away or swim and become something bigger.
Yeah, and not only in your head, but around you. Can ideas swim? Yeah, they can. They float. Yeah, and sometimes when we come up with the same idea, it seems that we just picked up something from the universe, like, oh, this one. Yeah, this like collective thinking. Yeah, that it's like something really physical. I don't know. Yeah, Nina, thank you. So one more really interesting interpretation. So let's then very shortly cut. Can you cut with an idea, maybe? Or can you cut an idea? And can an idea cut? So Carmen, which question would you choose?
I mean, I think the most easy to answer would be, can an idea cut? But then I think something that doesn't necessarily come to my mind first is, can you cut with an idea, or can you? So maybe I would choose that one.
Okay, can
The
you cut
latter.
with an idea? Vernon, what do you think?
Yeah, I can. I definitely think you can cut relations with ideas, and yeah, you can cut
So how is
entire
that?
countries with ideas. You can cut. Yeah, you can cut ideas with ideas, because if you have a new idea that's better than your old one, you can even destroy or cut your old one.
Like you
can use ideas as weapons.
So the idea of ideas as weapons, and that you can cut something that it's not needed anymore. Yeah, like,
Yeah, or that it divides people or ideologies, politicians.
Okay, an
And
idea
also
of the zone.
problem.
Nina?
With an idea, you can also cut to the source of a problem by inserting like an idea, using the idea to cut down the problem.
Yeah, and I thought of like an idea of dishonesty of one of my friends can cut our relationships. Yeah, so because that's like crossed my mind, I can't get it out of my head. Yeah, and then yeah, it's difficult to be the same friends. Yeah, after that, for example. Yeah. So you that's you so children come up with very like unexpected words here, and yeah, so you can play like that. Yeah, so what can you do with an idea, like and is it possible, yeah, to cut it, to swim it, to cook it? Yeah, I like this one as well, and so on. So let's have yeah, a little break till it will be what time in your place? So Nastaran, it's going to be
here is 5 before 7, so then would
yeah.
be
So as yeah,
7.
let's meet at 7 o'clock. Yeah,
Okay.
and we'll start reading the book itself.
Okay.
Still waiting. So let's start watching. So I will yeah, share the screen with you, and I will make some breaks. Yeah, so yeah, I think you should hear.
Yeah. One day I had an idea. Where did it come from? Why is it here, I wondered. What do you do with an idea? At first, I didn't think much of it. It seemed kind of strange and fragile. I didn't know what to do with it. So I just walked away from it. I acted like it didn't belong to me. But it followed me. I worried what others would think. What would people say about my idea? I kept it to myself. I hid it away and didn't talk about it. I tried to act like everything was the same as it was before my idea showed up. But there was something magical about my idea. I had to admit, I felt better and happier when it was around. It wanted food. It wanted to play. Actually, it wanted a lot of attention.
So the first question comes here. What can you feed an idea with?
Did you say what can you feed an idea with?
Yeah, so your idea wants food, and you see, yeah, this one wants wanted food. So what will you feed it with?
You can feed it with time
All right.
and effort.
Okay, time and effort. No, nice menu. Okay, so each of you can choose anything.
You can feed it with confidence.
Oh, I like it. Yeah, yummy for the dessert. Okay, Nestoran.
Trust.
Mm-hmm. And could you say why shortly?
To trust the idea you have actually, and because well, to trust the, I don't know how to explain it actually. It's may I have 1 minute maybe?
Of course, of course.
Then I
Carmen? Would you share your dinner with an idea?
I'm also not. I don't have anything ready for at this moment either.
Okay, so when nothing else, yeah, crosses your mind, you can choose something from the things that were mentioned. So time, effort, confidence, trust.
Okay. You can feed it with confidence. I like that one too. Yeah.
Right? Why?
Because it's a bit out of the box. I hadn't actually thought of that possibility. So yeah, that's why I would choose
But
that
why?
one.
Yeah, but why would it be food for an idea?
Oh, okay. I think because if you're very timid and shy, an idea doesn't get across the same way as if you're confident and boosting around your idea. I think it has a bigger reach, a further reach if you're confident,
It
or
becomes
if you put
stronger.
confidence in it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. And Nastaran, may I guess, maybe trust is something close, yeah, to the idea of
True.
confidence. If you
Mhm.
trust your idea, it has a chance to be implemented, yeah, to be realized, yeah, in life.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So
So yeah, something that needs it to be actually really born, be outborn. I don't know. Okay.
I was also thinking
Uh-huh.
maybe if you first feed it with confidence, so you are confident enough to share the idea, and then you feed it trust, so
Uh-huh.
that you trust that your idea will follow through,
Mm-hmm.
that it kind of builds on each other.
Great. Okay.
And then the time and effort can also go in there again, and then it will eventually be enough food for the idea to become reality.
Yeah.
mhm.
It seems to me
Yeah.
that time and effort is like the basic menu. Yeah. Something from your everyday ration. So here in the book, you see that it seems that the answer was attention. So the more attention you give, yeah, the bigger your idea becomes. Yeah. So, but you added, you know, much more content to it. Yeah.
It grew bigger, and we became friends. I showed it to other people even though I was afraid of what they would say. I was afraid that if people saw it, they would laugh at it. I was afraid they would think it was silly. And many of them did. They said it was no good. They said it was too weird. They said it was a waste of time and that it would never become anything. And at first, I believed them. I actually thought about giving up on my idea. I almost listened to them. But then I realized, what do they really know? This is my idea, I thought. No one knows it like I do. And it's okay if it's different and weird and maybe a little crazy. I decided to protect it, to care for it. I fed it good food. I worked with it. I played with it. But most of all, I gave it my attention. My idea grew and grew, and so did my love for it. I built it a new house, one with an open roof where it could look up at the stars, a place where it could be safe to dream. I liked being with my idea. It made me feel more alive.
Don't read the text, please. So just look at the picture. You see that the idea showed the boy how to walk on his hands. Why do you think is that? So what for?
Can you repeat the question?
So you see that the idea shows the boy how to walk on his hands. What's the reason for that?
Maybe to see different view.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Because,
Yeah.
Bernard.
yeah, well, because this world is upside down.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then yeah, you see it differently. You see different perspectives. Yeah. That's it. Yeah, and in the text you can see, because it is good to have the ability to see things differently. Yeah, that's what for. Yeah.
But I didn't read that.
But you said something really.
I didn't cheat actually.
Yeah, I trust you. That's good.
It encouraged me to think big and then to think bigger. It shared its secrets with me. It showed me how to walk on my hands because, it said, it is good to have the ability to see things differently. I couldn't imagine my life without it. Then one day, something amazing happened. My idea changed right before my very eyes. It spread its wings, took flight, and burst into the sky. I don't know how to describe it, but it went from being here to being everywhere. It wasn't just a part of me anymore. It was now a part of everything. And then I realized what you do with an idea. You change the world.
Okay, so that's the end of the story. So do you agree with the boy's revelation? You, with an idea, you change the world.
Definitely.
Okay, why?
Because, well, you change your world, obviously, and it has the potential to change the world around you as well when it contributes to it, but it doesn't necessarily have to change something for somebody else, but it will change your world because you will have brought your idea into it and implemented, and that will affect the way your world looks like.
Okay. Would you like to build on Nina's answer?
Yeah, I agree with her actually. And also when you have some idea or when you come up with some idea, it's happened when you see something that maybe you need to change it or to make it better, for example, for yourself or for around yourself. That's why some idea come without any reason. You don't have any idea actually. You see something and you feel something. That's why you have then some idea comes to make it some better. So that's why I think that with the idea you can change the word, even it's small, you can change it, even if it's your own word. It doesn't make to be happen to be really the whole world actually.
Carmen, it seemed to me that you wanted to unmute yourself at the same time with Nestoran.
Well, yeah, I definitely agree with both ideas, but then maybe I would change the question or the statement to you can change the world. So it doesn't have to be world changing or life changing, but it has the ability to change the world. Yeah.
So if you suggest this change, what do you think then? Do you agree with Nestoran or not quite?
I personally agree. Yeah.
So Bernard, do you see any difference between Nestoran's statement and Carmen's suggestion that actually they
Yeah,
have,
well, you can change the world, but it's not necessarily, because I think I don't know how many ideas you have during a day. There's also a lot of ideas that you don't act upon because you might consider like, ooh, that's a pretty bad idea. I'd rather not do that. And so I think there's better ideas and worse ideas, and you don't have the time and effort to act on all ideas because you have so many ideas. So sometimes you just have to get rid of the idea or think, well, that's a nice idea, but I don't have time for that now because I have other better ideas.
So it seems to me that you build on Carmen's words and you agreed with her, but I asked you to show the difference if you can. It seems to me that
well, one is a necessity and the other one is a possibility.
Yeah, Nestoran, it seems to me as well that Nestoran spoke about not only about potential, but that the idea, if it is there, it changes at least your world somehow. Yeah, like any idea really does it. Yeah, whether it's a small world inside you or a small world around you, not necessarily this, like big world change. Let's check, Nestoran, is that right?
Yes, yeah. Yeah, because anything can change your, for example, you have some idea to improve, for example, your study or improve your life, and then you will work on it. So then it changed a little bit your life, your world. It doesn't have to be really whole world, you know that? And yeah, Bernard.
So then I think the big difference here is that, I mean, before you change anything, you need to act upon your idea. Otherwise, it's just an idea.
Yeah, but when you have
anything.
some idea, you
it's
can
maybe your thoughts, but
yeah, I agree with you. But when you have some idea, you want to act, but it doesn't make sense. Okay, I have some idea or I have some plan, but I do nothing for that. I just want to, you know that? When you have some idea, then the next step is acting.
Well, what about if you think about, well, what am I going to have for dinner? you have an idea. Let's say, like to have pizza. But then you think, yeah, but I could also have pasta. This is stupid. Different ideas.
Yeah, but then
But you do
you will
choose. You do
choose
choose. So you
between
do, yeah. But I don't know if it changes my world. My
Yeah,
choice of food.
that is what we say, that is the really small and
Yeah.
basic things. But the big ideas could be, yeah, but for example, you have some idea how you want to make your next year differently, for example, for your life. You know that? Then you will make some plan and then act based on your idea and your plan. But the basic things would be like this, yeah. For example, what I want to do tonight, or I have some idea.
So then you distinguish between like everyday small ideas and some ideas that have this potential to change something. Yeah, inside you, again, like around you or bigger. So like I have a suggestion. Yeah, let's have an ice cream or like a picnic after our session. Yeah, so that's
like this. Yeah, for example, we say that, okay, using less plastic, that is the idea that maybe help the world, for example. So that is the basic things that we can use it daily, you know, that every day, but it can maybe help the world to change, for example. So.
Okay, Nina, Carmen, do you want to add anything here?
I accidentally pushed the weird button on my laptop, so I was out for a few seconds, so I missed it, so I don't really have anything.
Oh, so you didn't miss everything. Did you hear Nastaran and Bernard's conversation right now?
I think that was for Nina, but I can see both sides. To answer your question, I can see both sides. That's why I think we should rephrase the question or statement to that it can be world changing, but it doesn't have to be, because I think there's a variety of ideas and their impact on the world. For example, eating a pizza or choosing a pizza isn't world changing, but then having less plastic, that idea of, you know, maybe having like like technology do that, then yeah, sure, it's a world changing.
Yeah, so then the next thing I would hear, so you gave some examples of non-changing the world ideas. So there was a question like, are there ideas that do not change the world? Yeah, so you named that, you came up with it by yourselves. If you had children, you could have asked them like to fold a piece of paper, or like to have 2 sheets of paper and like draw one idea that doesn't change the world, yeah, and draw one idea that changes the world. Yeah, so it can be a home task, it can be a corner task, it can be a classroom right now task, to draw an example of an idea that may change. They think this idea may change the world in the future, or an example of an idea that have already changed the world, yeah, and they can justify it somehow. So as far as we had some examples of small ideas, yeah, one idea by Nastir on this, like use less plastic, one of the big ideas. So could you each of you think of one idea that have already changed the world, or that may change the world in the future to your mind? Like an example from each of you.
Can we have like a minute or two to think about it?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah. Thanks.
You can draw as well. You can see some drawings behind me. Okay. Nastaran, have you got anything on your mind? So I see 3 answers in our chat. Maybe you can say your idea orally. The mic. Oh, Nastaran, the mic.
Or maybe, I don't know, the idea of internet, I don't know.
Okay. So you see, I typed the last answer. Bernard, let's start with you. Choose one answer, yeah, not yours, but one of the answers you've got, and tell why and how, yeah, this idea can change the world. So what do you choose? Or has already changed the world, if it's the internet? The mic, you forget about the mic.
Yeah, the idea to, I think the idea to stay connected.
So
it has changed the world in a way that I think this idea is of all times, but it's just broadened, like it has changed its form now that we can connect with more and more people.
Do I add to that, or?
Bernard, try to switch off the video because your connection is unstable. We don't hear you well.
What about now?
Yeah, let's try without the video. So we didn't hear your answer well. Could you repeat it, please?
So the idea to stay connected is something of all times, but it has changed its form now that we can connect with anyone, anywhere in the world. So that is, and it has changed the world because the world has become smaller and bigger at the same time.
So do you think that, yeah, that the idea to stay connected inspired many technological inventions? Yeah.
Yeah.
The development, yeah, of technology and the internet. We have it in the in the list. Okay, so could someone else pick up the internet as far as this idea is connected to the previous one? So not Carmen then, oh, not Nastaran, Carmen or Nina?
To talk about how the internet has changed the world.
The main influence to
hard to pin it down to the main I think it might be at least when this is quite difficult to pin it down to one thing.
Just name one. Yeah,
the thing that comes to mind is the urge to always be available, to always have to be available, like the pressure to always have to be on, I would say.
All right. And Carmen?
I also did. I should also answer the internet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I would connect it, I think, to the idea to stay connected. I think it's from the urge to want to be able to, well, see everyone, I guess, at any time. So what do you need for that? You need a connection, I guess.
Do you mean that, so Nina spoke about pressure, that we like are supposed to be all available all the time, and you speak about like closer relationships or more connections between people, that they make things to be.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. I mean, I definitely agree with Nina's, but I thought I had to give another.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, sure. All right.
Thought of another one.
Yeah. Nina, yeah.
For the internet, the constant flow of information available. that everything, that there's the internet can give you an answer for everything. It doesn't have to be right, but there is an answer for everything. And if you have an idea and you want to find arguments for that you can always find them on the internet. And I think that that's also something that massively changed the world, because people can tell you things and they can show you theory and experiments and everything, but the internet will always give you the arguments to back up your opinion. So I think it massively changed and influenced the world as well.
Yeah. So, 1 second. So well, I am confused then. So, you, the idea to stay connected, Bernard chose, right? Bernard, am I right?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, then Carmen and Nina explained the internet. So, Nestaran, you can choose flying cars or the invention of the light bulb.
Maybe flying cars.
Yeah, I like it, this
Think
one
about
very
it.
much. Yeah. Uh-huh.
So we don't have it actually yet. Yeah, flying
Yeah, so
cars.
that's, look, that is great, because you had like everlasting idea of staying connected, something like eternal, the internet from the past and present, flying cars,
And
something
this
about future,
future, yeah.
and something from the past. Yeah, rather from the past. Yeah, that's great. Very different things. So what do you think?
So maybe
Well,
flying cars could help, or that for the fasting the transportation to go. But in others, on other side also, on the other hand, it would be more pollution, air pollution, and yeah, as some positive and some negative.
and what if they are like they work from electricity?
Oh yeah. Then depends of how it's work. Maybe work with sun.
Yeah, maybe.
Who knows?
Yeah. So, but you can imagine that we have more traffic even in the air.
Yeah, in
Yeah.
the air. That's why I say that it would be more pollution in the air, and then we don't have a.
We need to change traffic rules to add more
Mhm.
rules. Yeah, to think of airplanes and helicopters. How do they interact? Yeah. All right.
But
Yeah.
that would be interesting if there is some accident.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, that's
They
right.
all
What about the birds? We have to think about the birds as well. So actually, each
Yeah.
idea is can be unraveled to a big thought experiment. Yeah,
Yeah.
consequences. So we played this thanks to Carmen's suggestion. Like when you give up something, you take away something from the world. Yeah, eliminate something. Yeah, and don't have it anymore. What would be the world like? And here you add something new and think of the world. What would it be like? Yeah, very nice. And the last one. So the invention of the light bulb. I guess again, Nina or Carmen, you can do it. Yeah, yeah, as you wish. Who can do it? How did it change our world? Did it?
Well, it definitely changed our world because
Okay,
we don't
one
have
thing
to like
out.
can.
Yeah.
But that's I think the difficult part, trying to find how.
Yeah.
Because there are so many things how it changed, right? But I can't really pinpoint. Okay. It changed how the efficiency of living in your homes, I guess, being able to switch off the lights instead of lighting candles and oil lamps. And it maybe, I'm not sure if like light bulbs or cause more pollution than oil lamps and stuff. But maybe by inventing light bulbs, because you have to produce so many of them, the earth got more polluted.
Okay.
Just throwing it out there.
All right, so actually this might be this drawing homework, and yeah, for children you can give it like again like right away in the corner or as their home task, yeah, especially where if you want them to draw or if you want to change the activity, yeah, so you can do it right away. So yeah, we are we have to finish very soon. So actually I changed the order. That was, I don't know why I did it. So, and I see during the like the flow of our discussion that it was really better as I planned before, yeah, to do this the last step that we have before we discuss the key question, yeah, the last statement of the book, that the idea changes the world, or you change the world with an idea. So about the book in general, yeah, the story on the whole, do you think, so is it an unusual book or a usual one? So what do you think? So Bernard?
I think it's a pretty boy. So
We do hear you.
I categorize it as a usual or unusual book. Well, I really enjoyed the book, that's for sure, and I did like its illustrations very much. But yeah, I think it's an inspiring children's book.
So look, the thing is not to give like, I don't know, a general comment of feelings.
No.
No, try to actually what I want, maybe as far as we are
difficult.
short in time, yeah, I will tell you, yeah, share what I actually want you to do. So I guess, let me guess here that this book is rather unusual. So I can ask you, can you spot one thing that makes this book special, or one thing that makes this book unusual? So one specific thing. What have you noticed?
What? Oh, sorry.
Just go ahead, go.
Okay, so one unusual thing is that everything was in black and white except from the ID itself. That
All
was
right.
golden.
And what happened at the end? Look.
Oh yeah, everything is. Oh, I didn't even notice that.
And that is very important. So look, everything is black and white in the beginning. Oh yeah, and only the idea is in color. And then as you go, you can see that there are a bit more colors. You see a little bit more. Yeah, it grew, and the colors, yeah, we can see more colors over here a little bit. Yeah, and then we go on, and more colors appear here. The house, yeah, again a bit more. And finally, yeah, you heard this, like it was not a part of me anymore, it was like a part of everything. Yeah, and the world becomes colorful. So why is that? Why was the world black and white at first and colorful at the end? So not only Bernard, any of you can answer.
I think that the book was written in the perspective of the idea. So then that would mean that only the idea is colorful because you're looking from its perspective. And as it spread and changed the world, started to change the world, it got brought into the idea or something. Yeah. Kind of, yeah.
Mean that it is now this really part of everything, that it was not there,
yeah,
it is there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
I agree with Carmen, but I think it can also be the other way around, that before the idea became a public thing and that the boy started to believe in the idea, his world was kind of gray and a bit boring or a bit sad, and once the idea came into it and he fed it the right food and it began to grow, his world got more color, which made it better in the end, or more fun.
Mm-hmm. So the boy's world changed.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. So have you noticed anything else that was quite strange in this book? except for the colors. That was important. I wanted to, to speak about that with you. And usually one of the first questions that come to children's mind and to our as well is like maybe something here. Usually, everyone who reads the book asks,
Oh, why is it and the idea is shaped like an egg?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So two questions about the stimulus itself. Yeah, and something that we find rather unusual. The first things are this illustration as part of the book. Yeah, very important part of the book. So this, black and white world at the beginning and colorful at the end. And why is the idea an egg? So have you got an idea why the idea is an egg? So Nastaran?
I am not sure that I'm correct, but normally eggs become like a chicken or bird, then grow. You know that, yeah. And maybe it comes with that idea that the idea is like a egg or like a seed, and then it would be grow and give life actually.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm not sure that.
So that's, look, there is no right answer. I don't have a, you can Google, call Yamada and Maya Bassam. Maybe they have some comments why they chose it. Maybe they were interviewed. Actually, I haven't come across an interview about the book. So I read some articles like a long time ago, but I don't remember. I guess maybe there are some comments by the authors, but so the thing is that your
maybe become bigger or alive.
Makes sense.
Later, yeah,
it's a great explanation. So I think it works. Any other ideas why it's an egg? Another hypothesis, or we all take Nestor's perfect answer?
I mean, I definitely agree, but just to throw it in there, I think in the beginning, an idea can be very fragile, and an egg is also very fragile. So as it grows, it becomes, more of a, let's say, chicken. Okay. If it becomes a chicken, it can't really break anymore. Yeah.
But that's even if maybe there is life already, and you can help the chick to that's about for this being fragile. And the last thing I would add, like the third thing that comes to my mind, is that you have to you need this time. Bernard spoke about time and effort to make this egg into a chicken. You have to keep it warm, to protect it because it's fragile, and you need to wait. You need patience as well. And that's why this egg is really good here. And I can look for the English version. I came across a book, like multidisciplinary book about eggs. I bought it for my children. We are like in the process of reading. So the whole book is about egg as, I don't know, a phenomenon in the world. So you can read about Easter traditions. You can read about different beliefs in different cultures. You can read about alchemy, and like philosophical stone, that was connected to the idea of egg. Different myths, the way the universe came into being, the Indian myth about an egg and other things. And so on and so on. So from very, very different perspectives, you investigate only one thing, an egg. Just, you can't read the whole book, but still as a stimulus, you can show, just read one paragraph here, one here, from science, from literature, from cultural like studies, about architecture, eggs in London, in Australia, in Russia. It's a very good example as well. And the image, the symbol, the way it works as a symbol. All right, so we have to finish in 2 minutes. And I think that I would ask you to do it in a very, very short written form. Yeah, I will ask you to identify after the session we had today. So including, yeah, our discussion of your homework and work on the book itself. So identify the tools, yeah, not the ideas, yeah, but the specific tools. You came up with many interesting ideas. I shared some more. We practiced something, yeah, ourselves. So try to name, maybe, like, I will ask you to name 3 things that you really want to use. Yeah, again, like you really think they are handy with children's books. Okay.
Do you want us to name them now?
No, that's something that I will ask you to think and to write, so you'll have your time. Yeah, not now.
Okay.
Will that be a Google form?
Yeah, I will send you.
All right.
And yeah, and in order to finish, I will ask you to name 1 idea you go away with. That's about content, anything about the internet, yeah, about jealousy, I don't know, about yeah, changing the world. So anything we yeah, discussed today. So 1 idea you go away with.
For me, the idea how to teach, actually.
What's the idea itself? So it
Yeah.
must say something.
Sorry?
So the idea must be not something about, but the statement itself. What's the idea?
Okay.
So for example, I can teach this like this. That's an idea. You can, the specific idea you can take with you. So just, or like, not all ideas can change the world, for example, yeah, or anything else.
Takeaway for me would be that to emphasize together with children the importance of sharing your ideas, and doing that by using a book, a story. Yeah, that'd be my takeaway.
So you started to speak about tools, but that's not an idea about content, actually. So for example, you can say that, yeah, again, like my idea is like children books are, I don't know, extremely effective. They can really help children share their own ideas, maybe better than yeah, anything else. And yeah, I don't know. Okay, full stop. Let it be without an argument right now.
Maybe it could be also the idea how to teach some specific topic through children book, or by the children book, or make some activity.
Again, that's like you name a paragraph, but you don't make a statement.
Yeah. Okay.
Again, for example, my outcome can be, so it seems, maybe like it seems that you can find any topic you need in a children book. Yeah, you can always can find a book that can fit the topic you want to discuss with children. Jealousy, anger, yeah, maybe something about emotions, yeah, or I don't know, argumentation even, or something else. So you always can find a book for it. And it can be your outcome. You think you are confident and you are going to do it. Yeah, so then it's a statement, at least like that. Okay.
Maybe children's literature can be used as a tool in order to nurture ideas. So you use children's literature to nurture students' ideas, and then specifically the book that we had, I can't remember the name, with the egg. Yeah.
What do you do with an idea?
Yeah, what do you do with an idea? Because I think it specifically showcases that any idea that you have to put in time, patience, you have to nurture it in order for it to establish. And yeah, so I think it's important for the children to realize that they their ideas are valid and valuable, and that they can nurture it.
But
And
we
I think that
have on an egg. Yeah.
well, yeah.
All right.
Yes, sure.
Yeah, you can have this poster like an egg, an idea, and the child sitting on it. Yeah.
Yeah, they have it. Exactly. That's my statement.
Yeah, perfect. I like it. I will do it. All right, and Nina, if I'm not completely, I don't know, puzzled at the end and confused, so it's your you're having the last word, right?
I am.
Okay.
But I'm kind of struggling.